Bob writes about it. Jim talks about it. But Chuck did something about it.
Foreman on a big hole across the 10. He's something else. He's out in touchdown land. He's something else, baby.
Now, here's longtime columnist Bob Sansevere, Fox 9's Jim Rich, and the great number 44,
Double 4.
Chuck Foreman.
Welcome to the JimBob Christmas edition with Vikings legend Chuck Foreman, Tyler Ganz of the Window Store Inc., Bob Sansevere. He's out wrapping presents right now. The superstar, he's eating the hay of the reindeer. And we are honored to have with us once again Kat Perkins, representing Experienced Maple Grove. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Ready? Here we go. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we know a place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the store. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Wow. All right. Holy Marcus.
We gotta get you in the spirit.
I'm in the spirit now. Holy Marcus. How about that, Chuck?
Oh, doubt, no doubt. If you're not in this weren't, you are now.
Jeez, so good. I mean, it is. It's just amazing. You just sit there. Oh, okay. You want me to start now? Okay. Boom. There it is. It sounds like you're listening to the.
It's the beauty of the voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can roll.
Amazing. Amazing. Welcome.
Thanks for having me again.
No, as we said, the door is always open. Correct,
Well,
Chuck?
Exactly.
And we're celebrating a huge Viking season, you guys. Come on.
It has been good.
I'm very happy today.
You're very happy.
Yeah.
Very festive,
Very festive
too.
in my Vikings.
Yeah.
Vikings gear.
It's an endless closet of Vikings gear.
Yeah, you got your vintage
My
Viking
vintage.
stuff on.
Now you have season tickets, right?
I do.
Is that what I heard?
I do.
All right. And what have you witnessed? What have you spotted this year from your seats
Yeah.
that's standing out to you about this club?
Isn't it wild? Like I can see so much from my seats. I'm like right in the end zone. So I can see like plays before they happen. If I bring my dad with me, he can call it before it happens. It's pretty amazing. It's been too exciting. I wish that we could have had a game like last Sunday every time where it's just not so like on edge. But there's some defense stuff, and I know we have the greatest defensive coordinator in the land, but there's a lot of runs that really get pushed through, and it's wild to watch it. And from those seats to be like, stop him, please stop him.
Kind of like Red McCombs that one time when he jumped in the radio booth. I don't know if you remember that one, Tyler, with PA said, "Oh, Red, why don't you call a play?" And it was the other team was on offense, and the guy, whoever it was, the running back, just went right through the whole Viking team for like an 89-yard run. And Red's just going, "Stop him! Stop him! Stop him!" On the radio, he goes down the field.
I've said that way too many times this year. Stop him.
Yeah. Now, I would think that you would pick up on the camaraderie of this team.
I do.
It does seem like these guys really, and I know Chuck is anti-celebration and what we've seen, his theory
I kind of live for it. It's the fun has been brought back.
I mean, my theory is act like you've done it before.
Oh yeah, that's a great theory. That's true.
That's my theory, and my other theory is, from a guy that knows, is that every big play that I ever made when I was on the football field especially a long one or big one that and it's physical. And if I scored a touchdown or anything like that, I wasn't thinking about dancing. No.
Or rehearsing those dances during the
or
week.
anything like that. I was like, damn, I'm tired. I got to get some oxygen. And I just flip the ball back and go to sit down, and that's what I used to do. Now, I don't know where, I guess these guys go have a choreographer now.
I guess.
Or whatever they do, but they put time in for those celebrations. For me, maybe I'm old school, but I was so dialed in to the game itself that I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about what I was going to do my next series and what did I observe when I was, the previous series that I could take advantage of the next series. Now, that's the way I used to think. Now, what they think now is a whole different thing. I don't know, but...
You guys had TikTok back then, Chuck?
Right.
Excuse me?
Did you have TikTok back then?
No, we had none of that, but I'm just saying...
They had TikTok. It was on the wall.
Well, I'm sure they want to get some clicks. But I'd rather have championships or playing for one anyway.
Amen, brother.
I hear that.
That's what I'm saying. So, like,
How would your coaching staff back in the day, Jerry Burns, Bud Grant, approach several players who were rehearsing a dance during practice?
well, there wasn't no rehearsing anything.
No, but if they were, say Paul
You put me in a
Krause was
position
back there with Stu Voigt and Alan Page, and they were working on some, jitterbug moves or something.
That's what I'm saying to you, Jim. It's like that would never even enter the mind. Our mindset wasn't at where it is now. Like you say, they got TikTok, they got all these, X, they got everything. And they're doing that for like, I guess for lack of a better word, the clicks.
Right.
But for me, and when I remember playing football, if you were to make a big play and then get in somebody's face or try to embarrass them by, pointing at them, throwing the ball, you were targeted the rest of the game.
Well, then it was a
And then everything goes till the whistle blows in my era. Mm-hmm. So all this, quarterback sliding and all that, you would not do that.
Well, they just changed the rule in the last 10 years. It used to be a penalty to celebrate after a touchdown.
Correct.
Used to be.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying in my time, you'd be a fool to embarrass somebody like that, because all of a sudden, you forget everything else, you'll be a target.
So here's a question for all of you, but because I think now the culture is more like branding. It's like these guys want their brand, and yes, the clicks, but even the NFL is a brand, right? So back in the day, how did they succeed?
Okay, answer this question. Of all the guys in the NFL, who's benefiting from the brand? Except for maybe 2 or 3 guys.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So it's not so much about the
commercials.
branding. It's all about that tent. Yeah. Who do you see on there? You see Mahomes.
You see Mahomes. You
see Brady. Who else do you see?
Kelsey's.
Oh, there you go. That's it. So
That's true.
if you branding, you branding for nothing.
Yeah.
You just want. Because you're not. I don't see those guys out there doing commercial. Maybe they might be doing something private. I don't know. Who knows?
Didn't it kind of start when they changed the thing, right? I mean, Justin Jefferson was a huge part of that, of doing the gritty.
Yeah, when that rule changed, they made this whole creative aftermarket of stuff.
Right.
Well, it's all about
His dance.
It's all about the, it's about the money.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's what
all
the
about
people are
the
attracted
whole
to now. So it's not even so much that. It's like, who's going to have the best dance now? And so they get more, they get more viewership and things like
Right,
that.
it's fun.
That's what it's
like
all
bringing
about.
the fun back.
So
Bud
that's
Grant,
where,
right? You see Bud Grant. He would be rolling in his grave. You guys see these
Probably.
guys.
Yes, he would.
Yeah.
yeah, well, he
He and Jerry Burns would have a colorful
But like I said, the
description for
culture was different. This was not
Right.
this was not a game where you embarrass a guy in it. It's different now. Yeah, they do that now because that's what they do. But
Yeah, I think it gets the younger viewers
Well,
in.
everything's different.
It is.
But in my time, like I said, and I came in when the NFL was changing, in all aspects of it. Viewership, more integration, let's say,
Right.
into the league, and all that change is coming.
I think you got a great point though, Kat. Bringing a different viewer,
Bringing
right?
that
like someone that's like looking for that.
younger viewership that are playing Fortnite that have a Justin Jefferson character who's doing their dance. You know, like it really is.
Well, it seems to me, though, if you win, all that comes without all that.
Yeah, it's
Right.
true.
That's my opinion.
Right. You want to know a place where you can dance and celebrate and do whatever you like?
Where?
I think it's just in the northwest suburbs of the Twin Cities. I'm thinking Maple Grove could be a place.
A little MG in your life?
Yeah. Could you expound upon that? Am I going down the right trail?
Of course you can. There is a lot of fun in Maple Grove where you can watch all of the Vikings games at some location. There's 150 restaurants in Maple Grove.
That's got to make it the restaurant capital of Minnesota.
Minnesota. Also, now it's the holiday headquarters. You guys, it is the second to the Mall of America for shopping in the Twin Cities
That's
metro area.
crazy.
Isn't that crazy
That
to think
does not
about?
seem possible. But it's cool if you like modern stuff. And you
Yes.
like, or if you like the main street, kind of
Right.
going back in
Yeah.
time where you go from store to store and run
Yeah.
outside and all the lights.
And
They-
right now
they've
it's
got
like
everything.
all Christmassy, and they've got these new brands. They got Lululemon is new in Maple Grove right now. They've got my favorite place, Leela and Lavender. If you want some Vikings fashion, they have some good purple and gold stuff there. They've got some really awesome, just like general clothing items and gifts. It's the best. And if you want to ice skate before or after that shopping experience, there is an ice skating loop that I tested my brand new sharpened skates on. And I thought my bosses at Experience Maple Grove were going to kill me because they were like, you can't break your legs today. But I did it. I did it. And it was really fun.
It is, and it's great. There's a lot, and it's not like you're out in the Arctic. There's warming house, there's
warming
everything
house.
right there. It's super convenient.
Out of all of the places around the metro where I feel like you can have an experience that's really holiday forward, it's one of the top. It is the top. It is really, really fun to walk around. There's so much good food. We talked about it last time.
Right.
We're gonna take you to Pittsburgh Blue. I feel like we gave you a little gift today, but you got to take
Certainly
all
did.
of us.
Well, I'll be up there.
You
all
won't
of
be
us
on
are-
you may not
need
be
to
on
come.
ice skates.
No, I won't be on ice skates, but I'll be up there. That's for sure.
All right, well, what is there? What would be really cool is
What?
if the forward-thinking people that run that department would have a website where people could check it
and
out.
maybe a jingle
Yeah.
to go with it. I am like the queen
Yeah,
of
so people
jingles.
remember it. Yeah.
Yeah. So experiencemaplegrove.com to book your holiday experience. Do you want to hear the jingle that we wrote about it?
Love to.
Sure. Really? You just whipped it off?
Off the
All right,
cuff.
here we go.
Okay, here we
Let's
go.
do it. And then we're going.
Sleigh bells, here we go. It's the holiday season, Maple Grove has the cheer. Lace up your skates, everything is right here. Shop, dine, play and stay in the holiday headquarters getaway. Come to Minnesota way, it's the holidays. Experience Maple Grove. Happy holidays.
Can't top that. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, more football talk, getting you set for Monday Night Football, Vikings and the Bears. Welcome back to the JimBob Sports Jamboree with Vikings legend Chuck Foreman, Tyler Ganz of the Window Store, and also our very special guest from Experience Maple Grove, Kat Perkins.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. What's up? Yeah.
All right, Tyler, what do you got cooking? We got to get you some mentions here, get you some people to come swing by. What do we got cooking these days?
Yeah, I think we're talking about now. We had this brainstorming. I think we're going to go with New Year, new windows. New Year, new kitchen, right? So when you start thinking about your resolutions for 2025, you're sick and tired of looking at that dirty old kitchen, those golden oak cabinets. You want to get rid of them. We can help you out with that. The windows are leaky. They're broken, they're rotted, they don't work. It's time for some new windows. So just start thinking about 2025. We'll get us in there. We'll get your order started. We'll get it in, probably 6-8 weeks. We'll be out there to put them in.
All right, so how do they get a hold of you guys?
WindowStoreInc.com is the website. Best way to get through.
There you go, windowstoreinc.com. All right, and experiencemaplegrove.com. That's a good website to check out as
Absolutely.
well. Chuck, the Vikings put it together offensively. Sam Darnold had his most ridiculous day in his NFL career. 300, almost 50 yards, 5 touchdowns. He has never approached that before. The question is now what do the Vikings do? This guy's rolling, and he's going to walk out the door at the end of the season.
Okay, here's what you remember at the beginning of the season what I told you? I told you that he was a really good quarterback.
Yes, you
never
did.
had a team around him.
And Bob would chuckle at you.
And I told you that they had a coach that was kind of like a quarterback whisperer. And then I told you that was a young coach that could relate to the players that he has. And then I told you that he had a defensive coordinator that was superb. And both of those guys are able to motivate and get these guys to play at a high level all the time. Now, as far as Sam Darnold goes, now if I'm Sam Darnold, I'm thinking about the money, no question about it. If I'm the Vikings, I'm saying, wait a minute. Now, I know J.J. McCarthy was your number one draft choice, but I'm just speaking from what I seen when he played college football. I saw nothing that told me he was going to be a great quarterback. Okay? Just like the rest of the guys that come in the league, you don't know. Mm-hmm. And that's where I put him. And so, but I have a quarterback now that's been there and been through these negative experiences, and you got him in here and you've been able to showcase his talent and his skill set. So why would you let him go after you developed him and gave him an opportunity? You know what he can do, and you can take it to a whole nother level with him here, just to give a rookie a chance to play. Well, here's what I would say to the Vikings. Okay, yeah, you got a good young quarterback there. Let him sit and learn, because he ain't ready. And none of them are ready. And you see them when they come in the league. Rarity does one step up. Even Patrick Mahomes sat for a year.
Correct.
Okay? So you get these guys, they're in college, they do all these great things in college, but when you get to this level of competition where you got the best of the best of the best, most of them not ready because the game's that much faster. And so with Sam Darnold, he got lucky. He went to New York, crappy team. Went to Carolina, crappy team. He got to San Francisco, a real good team with a real good coach, and he was able to dissect the defenses better because he had the time to look and see it and observe. Okay, and then he gets to Minnesota, okay, and he gets to a coach that can coach quarterbacks, and this is the result. He's ready now to go to a whole different level. So why would you let him go just to give somebody a chance to play? And so you're just going to rewind and do it all over again? Hey, JJ can sit for a minute and just take advantage of what you have. And now that's my opinion. And I told you from the start.
Yes, you have. You have not changed. You have not changed. You could go back. All our shows are archived.
Even since I was here the last time.
Yes.
Right.
What we exactly said.
I'm telling you, they get these young quarterbacks, they draft them high, and they go to the worst teams in the league. Why you say Dion told everybody, hey, don't draft my son because he's not coming to your crappy team? That's what he said.
That's very true.
You know what I mean? But so don't you look at Trevor Lawrence where he's got the talent, but the team is always up, down, and he's never able to. You see the greatness in him, but not often enough. So.
It's a team game. You can't. One player can't do it.
You can't. I don't care what they'd say. Oh well, he's got to. He like the quarterback. He's got to win. Wait a minute. Okay, the guys up front aren't giving you a chance to showcase your skill set. You done. Running back, wide receivers. Yeah, we get all the PR. But those guys up there, whether it's defense or defensive line, offensive line, those guys control the tempo of the game because those guys control what's going to be happening, what you're going to be able to do.
You can put Patrick Mahomes. He doesn't have an O-line. He's nothing.
Like on defense, your defensive backs are going to be better if you got a great defensive line. The linebackers can flow to the ball, make big plays. Let me just say this one more time.
Here we go.
Okay.
I'm listening.
It's what's up front that counts. They control the entire tempo of the game, And then you get to see the Patrick Mahomes and people like that showcase their skill set.
You don't see those guys doing TikTok videos. Do
No,
you?
no, you don't.
That's right. But you know what? For once in my life, or the last 7 years of being a season ticket holder, it's nice to know that like they're giving him time.
Yeah.
He's got time. I've never.
Well, and he is also very elusive. He showed that
Yes,
on that
he
touchdown
is.
pass to Justin Jefferson, Chuck. I mean, that was a major
was
league
insane.
scramble
Yeah.
on a couple of different levels.
That was kind of Patrick Mahomes like.
Yeah. very
Not
much.
saying he is, but I'm
Right.
telling you, the guy's an athlete.
Yes, he
The
is.
guy's got speed. He's got an arm, and he's got the smarts. And now finally, he's able to showcase. If I'm the Vikings, I'm not letting him get away. And if I'm, Sam, I might take a little less, and then make more on the back end. In other words, stay. I take and just stay.
Yeah, because that play, I mean, one, it was
Right.
there was a couple of free runners
Right.
that he's able to dodge. Then he had to find space in the pocket,
Right.
which he did as he went towards the far
Right.
sideline when you're looking at the TV copy. And then not only, the big thing that's, and you know this too, is that you don't just look at the lineman to find your hole. You kind of do that out of the
Right.
corner of your eye, and you're still keeping an eye on what's going on
Yeah.
downfield. So not only is he running for his life, he's still watching Jefferson flagging his arms 25 yards down the field.
Right.
And then to have the arm strength to throw on the run like that, it went 40 some yards in the air.
Right. So, you got a guy that can move like that, stay focused on what he's got to do. He's not going to make any bad choices when he lets the ball go, because I saw a quarterback, well, I'm not going to mention the name. He might have had 33 TD passes, but he had 30 interceptions.
Right.
So he can see it, and he knows where to go, but, boy, his decision-making half the time is wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I just like that we gave it to Kirk. We gave Kirk the business.
That's right.
No,
we
no,
did.
He's not talking about
I'm not
Kirk.
talking
He's
about. I'm not talking
Kirk.
about Kirk Cousins.
No,
I'm
no,
talking about Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. No. I
Yeah.
different subject. I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
yeah,
I like that
yeah.
Kirk came back home and we said
Yeah,
hello.
yeah. Well,
Me
Kirk, he.
What did you think of
First
Kirk?
of all, I think Atlanta has a real good football team. Excuse me. They got a good team, but something's missing. Then it's not Kirk Cousins.
I like the way they started that game, though. I thought that was pretty smart. Cousins had troubles, obviously well documented. All the interceptions,
Right.
no TDs. They win the coin flip. They took the ball, and I think Raheem Morris wanted to get the pressure off of Kirk right
Right.
away, stand around on the sidelines. No, let's go.
Right.
And that also, hits the guys on the offense saying, "We trust you. Let's get this.
Right.
We're going to make a statement here today."
Hey, this guy's a really good quarterback. Now, he might be having a bad few weeks, no question about it, but Kirk Cousins can play that game.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
look,
good.
aren't the Falcons still like number one in their
They
division?
fell to second,
They
but
fell
they're
to
right
second.
there. Yeah.
When they lost, they fell to second, but in their division, they still
They got a
wild.
shot.
they still got a shot.
It's wild to think about
Right.
that and
And
how
it-
we keep their booties.
They got to quit taking penalties. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
The flags were everywhere.
Well, that's part of winning. The team that makes the fewest mistakes is the
Right.
team that's going to have a better chance to win. And one of the things that our coach, Bud Grant, he didn't tolerate mistakes at all. Zero. Maybe you might make one. A physical mistake or a mental mistake because you weren't prepared. You're supposed to know everything or see everything. Now, if you have a physical thing where somebody, that could happen, somebody can out physical you. But when it gets to the mental part,
Yeah.
of you're knowing your assignment, execution, that's something that's your fault.
In the spirit of staying healthy, I say a little prayer every single night that we can keep our injuries to a minimum right now.
Yeah, we're sitting pretty. It's
Yeah.
funny, the
Right,
Falcons
yeah,
6
so
and
far.
7 now. We're 11 and 2. We're both in second place in our division.
That is crazy to think about. But it's also really
That is crazy.
That's a little
Right.
ego
Hey,
boost.
we're going to take a quick break, but I need you to give
Yeah.
props to your guitarist
Yes.
because I didn't realize he
No,
had to slip
he had
out.
to
He's got
go.
another engagement.
He's got to go
This
do my
guy's
job.
everywhere.
Actually, is what he's doing. Eric Warner on guitar. We've been playing together for 15 years. I can't
Wow.
even believe I can say that. I feel like I'm 23. So yeah, 15 years with that guy. He is the musical director of my Christmas shows, which we're on tour right now. So he had to duck out and go literally do my job. But that's what he does after 15 years. He's like, I got you.
Is Eric from this area?
He is born and raised in Egan.
Oh, okay.
Egan, Minnesota.
All right, you alluded to it, the Christmas tour.
Yeah.
Is there still ways for people to see this? Where do they go?
CatPerkins.com. Last night, I got up on my soapbox on Instagram and I pleaded with people to go to my website to connect for the ticket links, because if you go to the venue site, sometimes there's so many shows going on that it's really hard to get to it. So I've got them all listed on mine, CatPerkins.com, and there's still tickets available for the remaining 7 shows, but very limited, but they're still there, and we love celebrating the holidays around the metro.
There's nothing better. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the Bears. They took the Vikings to overtime the first time. Is that where we're headed this week? We'll discuss that and more. You're listening to the JimBob Sports Jamboree. Welcome back to the JimBob Sports Jamboree with Vikings legend Chuck Foreman, and this show brought to you by the Window Store. The owner sitting right here. And where can people find you if they want to spruce up the kitchen, get those windows out? Let's roll. New Year's coming, so you got some new deals perhaps?
Yeah, windowstoreinc.com. That's the spot to go. All of our specials are listed on there. We've got going on. But coming into spring, you're going to see some really good deals. After the first of the year, we're going to run some really great specials. So check us out, windowstoreinc.com.
All right, and Kat Perkins joins us again. Thank you very much for joining us. It's
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks for putting us in the holiday mood with the
anytime.
song right off the top. All right, well, don't say anytime because all of
listen.
us are going to say you're coming back.
When people ask me what kind of artist I am, I usually just say I'm a Christmas artist.
It is amazing the
Christmas
effect
artist.
Christmas music has on people.
I know.
It
I love
is fantastic. All right,
Right.
Chuck, the Bears come rolling in here. They took the Vikings to overtime last time. Since then, there's been a coaching change. What do you expect this time around?
I expect the same type of game. It's going to be tough. It's going to be physical. And again, it's the blue-black. Well, it's still the black and blue division. That's what we used to call it anyway. So,
Correct.
Your record goes out the window because everything else is going to be all right. This game is like playing in a playoff game for us. Just like Chicago, Green Bay. I mean, it's like the bragging rights to the Midwest. And you got Green Bay with its history. Chicago has a great history. We have a history. And so we want to be number one. And Chicago, although their record doesn't show it, they got some good players over there. So, and then they always play at a different level when they play us. So
Yes,
it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. The team that makes the fewest mistakes again will win.
Yeah, Tyler, they seem to enjoy ruining the Vikings' day,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Bears. Even though they have nothing going on, they're like, you know what? Misery loves company.
Yeah, well,
Come on and join us.
It's the NFC North. It's any given Sunday in the NFC North. You don't know who's going to win with those rivalry games. And Chuck and I, we talked about this getting 4 quarters. I think last Sunday's game was close to 4 quarters of good football that we've seen all season. If we have to keep our foot on the gas. If we let up, they will come back and they will bite us. It's a bear. So
Well, this is like the most. Yeah,
I like that.
I
That's
like
good.
that.
Yeah, there you go. This is like the most important part of the season, how you finish.
Yeah.
You got to finish strong. You got to stay healthy, because after you finish the regular season here and get your place in playoffs, everybody starts at 0-0. Your record means nothing.
Well, we have a chance to see Detroit lose to Buffalo this weekend, right?
Right.
So we could be going into this game saying we could be tied for first on Monday night, right?
Right. Well, it's any given Sunday or
right.
Monday.
Or Monday. Yeah.
And
On
then-
Monday night.
How important, Chuck, do you put on winning the division? How important is that for the Vikings?
I think it's really important that we win out. When I say win out, I mean we continue to play the way we're playing, getting better. Let's put it like this. We got to continue to get better. Now, we've got some great teams like in our division for the first time that we have. What? We got Green Bay, we got Detroit, and the Vikings are
right.
we're all pretty much the same. We haven't seen anything
30
like this
years,
yet.
a division like this.
Yeah, and then we got to finish out strong. And so we may lose, maybe hopefully none. But if we lose one, we still are going to be ranked up there as one of the top teams in the NFL, especially in the NFC. So anything's possible.
Yeah, because you think of, so how important is it in your mind not to be a wild card versus if somehow they can win that division, or doesn't it matter as long as you're playing well?
You'd rather have a little bit of time. You don't want to be a wild card, but if you are, no difference because you're in the playoff, and still anything's possible. And so we got a pretty good football team, and all of them are pretty good when you look at this point in time in the year. Who's playing well and who's not, and it's like I said, once you get in there, everybody's 0-0.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore.
Doesn't matter anymore.
No, that's true. So, Kat, say this game's probably sold out.
Monday Night Football, baby. It's our favorite.
So you're thinking, God, I'd really like to be with a bunch of fans, though, but I can't get into U.S. Bank Stadium.
Yeah.
Wonder where a good place to be to hang out. Kind of a place with a lot of great places to eat, and maybe hotels. It's a night game, so maybe you don't want to head out in the cold. You'd rather just go to 100%. A hotel.
I'm thinking West Metro. I'm thinking maybe Maple Grove.
What a great idea. Yeah. Expound upon
There's
that.
so many great places to watch the game. Malone's is my favorite out in the West Metro to watch the game. And then there's hotels right there. You can have your cocktails. You can just stay overnight. And if you have a little Christmas shopping the next day, you can get up and shop at Arbor Lakes. It's the perfect Monday night football / shopping, dining, and staying experience. It's Maple Grove.
It's like the restaurant capital of Minnesota.
100% it is.
I would think that. And then if you're really ambitious and you have energy to burn before the game and you just got to get something out of you, go to the skating loop.
You can cross country ski. Well, we probably don't have enough snow for that yet, but you can skate for sure. And you can just be in the warming house and have a cocktail too if you don't want to get on your skates. I did that one day. But also you can get out there and do the loop a couple times.
Yeah, and the beauty about it is it's resurfaced. It's a Zamboni. It's also artificially chilled. So there's an ice plant. So if it's 40 degrees out, not a problem.
Best. You don't even have to wear your jacket.
Correct.
You can just put on your skates, go skating. I mean, it is the perfect place, and especially for Vikings headquarters as well.
And finally, maybe a website for it?
ExperienceMapleGrove.com. Book your holiday headquarters getaway right now.
There you go. Great. All I need is a jingle to go with that. That'd be really cool.
You might have to look it up.
That will do it for us. Bob Sansevere will join us on the other side. Tyler, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's always a blast.
Is there going to be a Kat Perkins show at
the Dugout Bar in Matabidi?
Let's make it happen.
It's an alma mater or something?
It is. It's like an alma mater.
Oh my God. It's going to be so fun.
I used to play there, and I'd like to do it again.
All right.
Love it.
All right. We'll see how those negotiations go. And Chuck, you're predicting a win this week, correct?
Definitely.
All right.
It's the whiteout game.
All right.
Let's go.
You got a win for them?
I've got a win for them. It's the whiteout game. Vanilla Ice is the halftime performance. Let's go.
Ice, baby.
Tyler, a win for you?
Two-score win.
Two scores. All right. We'll see what Bob thinks about this game and much more as we continue right after this break. You're listening to the JimBob Sports Jamboree presented by The Window Store.
On behalf of Vikings legend Chuck Foreman and Fox 9's Jim Rich, I'm Bob Sansevere, and I want to say thank you to all of our listeners and our radio partners, KXRA in Alexandria, KRWC in Buffalo, KDHL in Faribault and Owatonna, KDAL and WDSM in Duluth, WNMT in Hibbing, KTOE in Mankato, AM 660 The Bear, WBHR in St. Cloud, and Wild 102 FM in Roseau. Also, KWOA AM/FM in Worthington, and KKBJ in Bemidji, and Bob Total Country serving the Twin Cities of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and surrounding areas. We'll talk to you later.